Good day, folks. My name is Sergeant Joseph Breu, Livingston County Sheriff's Office, currently assigned to the Patrol Division, working the day shift now. Several years of my career I spent on traffic enforcement, traffic safety, DWI unit, DRE unit, which leads me to this conversation I'd like to have with you today. It's regarding traffic safety, traffic enforcement, traffic stops. Generally, there's a rumor out there that we have quotas and we have to write so many tickets a month. That's definitely not true. It's false. As a matter of fact, our sheriff lets us write warning tickets, so it's not about the amount of tickets we write. It's about how we make the community safer, the road safer, things like that. It's not all about generating revenue. With regards to traffic stops and traffic enforcement, there's several reasons for this facet of our job, and that is to basically keep the community safe, the motorists, the pedestrians, the travelers, people coming through our communities. We try to educate the motorists when we're talking to them, explain to them the reason for the stop. You may get a ticket, you may not, but there's reasons we're there. It's obviously the main goal is safety for the community and public awareness of the rules of the road. And if we can educate people and reduce crashes and save lives, then we have no problem at all taking that action. When we stop a car, we make sure, or we try the best of our ability to stop the vehicle in a safe location. Sometimes we may stand behind you for a couple hundred feet or whatever before we light up the emergency lights to stop you. The reason for this is we're looking for a safe area. And remember, traffic stops are very dangerous, so we don't consider every traffic stop a quote-unquote routine stop. There's no such thing as a routine traffic stop. We don't know what we're approaching or who's in that vehicle. You also can do your part if you are encountered and stopped by an officer. Number one, I would think pull over as reasonably as possible. Not on any hill crests or any curves or next to guardrails, things like that. What you can do when you pull over, and again, safety, shut the car off, put your hands on your steering wheel. If your windows are tinted, we ask that you put them down, roll them down, not only the front window, also the back window. These areas for officers can be considered fatal funnels. Again, it's a dangerous thing, these traffic stops. The more we could see inside your vehicle, the better and the safer we're going to feel. Maybe reduce the stress or the tension a little bit there. So that's what we ask, to be a little more cooperative. And later on today, we'll be working with Deputy Michael Wade, who is currently assigned to the Operation Safe Interstate out on I-390. He'll be out there working traffic enforcement, drug interdiction, things like that. And you'll see what I'm talking about with safety issues.
Hello, I'm Deputy Wade with the Sheriff's Office today in Livingston County. I'm here to speak to you about traffic stops and enforcement on the highway. I've been with the Sheriff's Office for over 11 years. In that 11 years, at the beginning of my career, I have focused on traffic and was with the Stop DWI unit. I have now transitioned into a three-man team that is part of Operation Safe Interstate. What that involves, as you can see behind me, is Interstate 390. As you can see, it's very hectic, loud. There's a lot of motorists on it. This is pretty light right now. It gets heavier during the day, rush hour. What I'm here to speak to you about today is just basically how to safely operate on the highway. When we as law enforcement officials are initiating a traffic stop, it is very best for the person and it's for law to move all the way to the right-hand side. So seeing that it's a two-lane highway, to move all the way over to the right-hand shoulder to pull over, not towards the median. If you move towards the median, that causes a hazard for other motorists and for us because it causes confusion out there. Once we have a traffic stop initiated, and it's not just for law enforcement, but if there's a tow truck operator or a stranded motorist, in New York State there's a thing called the move-over law. What that states is you have to, within reason and safely, move away from law enforcement that has a traffic stop, stranded motorist, or a tow truck operator. So if you're in the driving lane and we're on the right-hand shoulder, you have to get over to the passing lane. If you are not able to do that safely, then you're required to slow down and then move over safely when it's permitted for you. Stop, some pointers I can give people if they're being stopped by law enforcement and helps us keep you safe and us safe out on the interstate is when you're being pulled over by a police officer to have your documents, your license, your registration, your proof of insurance. What that allows us is to come up, speak with you, get those documents, and then get back to our patrol car, do our job, and then that way we can move on and you guys motorists are safe and we're safe on the side of the interstate with the traffic going by us. Do some traffic stops, and when doing those traffic stops, we're going to show you how it's very chaotic out there. It's loud, traffic's coming by you. Possibility you might even see somebody that does not follow the move over law. How we as officers, and put yourself in perspective of tow truck operators or stranded motorists on the side of the road, how it feels to be out there with vehicles traveling in excess of 65 miles per hour. So we're hoping to get some more traffic stops in today to show you and demonstrate what we have to deal with out on the interstate. As you guys can see, stop this motorist for their inspection to be expired. She did everything right. She signaled with an appropriate amount of time to pull over. She pulled over to the right-hand shoulder. She's well off the roadway, away from the lane of traffic, still with her signal on. She left enough room to either go on the driver's side or passenger side to speak with her. I brought back all her documents she had all ready for me, so that helped hurry up the traffic stop for my safety and hers. Came back, I ran everything. She's all valid. So now we're gonna get her on her way here off the interstate safely. As you guys can see, in the short amount of time of this traffic stop, there's a lot of truck traffic and vehicle traffic, so it's always something that we have to deal with. The danger of people driving on the road, especially when we're out here interviewing, speaking with people, and doing drug interdiction on the highway.
In closing, I'd like to thank you for your time, taking a few minutes of your day to watch this video and understand where we're coming from. Again, just trying to educate and keep the community involved with what our daily tasks are and what we're trying to accomplish out there. If there's ever any topic or video or something like that you would like us to touch base on, hey, leave the comments below. We definitely want your input, and we're all here in this community together, and it's good to get to know everybody on a personal basis. And always, if you need anything off from the Sheriff's Office, don't hesitate to call 243-7100. Have a great day.